Hello, hello. My name's Eric, and this is a guide for beating Libra, creature of the night, hitless. Almost everyone is familiar with Libra's intense fight due to the required multitasking of doing damage, dodging his attacks, and dodging his frenzied flame spells. Now, while this guide is not about teaching you how to dodge everything and how every move works, I will, however, be sharing the information I've gathered about him that pertains more towards a hitless fight. The things I found important to know how to make the fight as easy as possible, the path of least resistance. So let's start off with the character selection. I'll be showcasing the fight with Executor. There might be some adjustments you need to make to your playstyle or the relics depending on the Night Farer you choose. I advise practicing the boss. Now for the relics, nothing special here. Just some bonus physical damage with Caligo's relic. I like the latter for a couple of free hits on Libra on the first Frost proc, plus the bonus damage for the duration. However, it is not needed, and at times I did find it more consistent to do without, so as to not mess with the boss's early fight attacks and combos. Either way, the relics are up to your liking, he's weak to damage. Lastly, I want to mention two important things to keep in mind while fighting him. Number one, don't get greedy. I've noticed that Libra might choose to sit in neutral for somewhat varying times after his attacks. Number two, don't get greedy. Sometime above 60% of health, he will attempt to phase transition. Obviously, you stop that by breaking his sigils, sending him into a frenzy, which is a lot easier of a phase with a lot of punish windows compared to his buffed state. But if you manage to take his HP down below roughly 55%, he will attempt to phase transition much faster than normal. He will have three sigils all the same, but it is possible for you, at base stamina at least, to not be able to break all of them in time, and you'll be forced to fight him in his empowered state. Now, while you could use an ult to break all of them quickly in the events that this happens, however, you won't have your ult for the second time if you don't kill him fast enough. Also, that phase transition will be faster and will have more sigils. Some of them will be even floating in the air. Good luck trying to hit those. Generally for this fight, you want to break the first three sigils yourself and save the ult for the second phase transition. And in the off chance that the phase transition happens for the third time, he does have a decently large punish window right after that, which you can perhaps kill him in quickly before all the shenanigans start. Also, waiting it out is an option too. The four examples I've used for this video will demonstrate four different fights. The first one was the way I like to do it. The second one right now is without any deflects. The third one will have the fast phase transition I talked about. And the last one will be for the executor enthusiasts who might want to play deflects only. This example here will showcase the fast transition that Libra can have if you get him to about half health before he does it for the first time. Now, it is possible for him to delay for whatever reason, and you can get in a bunch more damage and actually get him within the range. Or you just happen to do a lot of damage, as I simulate here with a whole bunch of buffs, and I guess you'll see in a second. Listen to the audio cue that's going to happen. Even though I think I hit the last sigil, I was not fast enough to break him out of it. Now, unless you're playing something with a bow or something with range that you can break it really quickly, you're probably going to have to deal with the empowered state. Here, I decided to wait it out as it is a lot simpler than having to fight him in his empowered version, as he not only becomes more tanky, but the shenanigans are a lot more difficult to manage. One more thing I would like to mention about his phase transition is that his three sigils are static in their spawn. One will spawn directly in front of him, one will spawn to his right, and one will spawn to his left, as you can see in all four examples. The Frenzy River here can be parried, but I don't recommend it. The single-handed explosions can all be guard countered reliably. If he follows it up with another one, you'll always hit him on his head. As for this attack, I highly suggest practicing it before attempting the boss because it can be a bit tricky to know exactly when to parry. This attack can easily be deflected as soon as you see him start moving his hands down. And in the other attack, where he grabs the ground with both hands, and if you're standing in front of him, look for when his mouth opens up just at the end. That's the perfect timing to hit deflect, and you'll deflect the explosion every time. If you happen to be standing behind him, look for when his shoulders peak. That's when you hit deflect. Now, alright, that's it for me. I hope this helps, and good luck out there.